Hey guys, it's me, Mr. 250, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. So last time, we had lots of audio problems, and we went through a trial, where of course we're being sent back out to investigate. I've also remembered my tragic tale from last time, verified that my audio cable's plugged in, and even did a little sample recording just to make sure, so we should be good. So let's continue. Just make sure I've got my actual headphones plugged in all the way, so I can hear as well. If it wasn't for the fact that I only use these when playing Phoenix Wright, I'd totally buy a new pair of headphones. I might still. Anyway, Mr. Wright? Huh? What? Are trials always like this with you? Pretty much. Like you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake about to reach the surface. But no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there. Pretty much. Except today we're swimming in quicksand. So what happened to your sister anyway? Apparently she got called off to the judge's chambers. Probably something to do with that piece of cloth. So, this is where we turn this trial around, right? Our only weapon, a tiny insignificant piece of cloth. I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth. Hola, partner? Partner? They say you show a red cloth to a bull, it'll fire its fire temper. That's what they told me when I was a youngin', at least. Officer Marshall. Oh, I thought I'd come to take a look and see how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. Got the place locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. What's going on over there anyway? All the police I've seen these last 2 days have been really on edge. Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? Could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example. Officer Marshall? The whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf. You don't say. Now don't that just beat all? I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a time. I saw it that day too. She was wearing a red muffler. What? At the awards ceremony that afternoon. Edgeworth's seen it too, I reckon. What does that mean? In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf. So, Miss Starr wasn't mistaken. Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. And sometimes you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell. I have a bad feeling about this. So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright? We're swimming in bulls. If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Ooh-wee! Thanks, partner. I don't think that actually helped, but, I guess it was funny. Thanks. Oh, that's right. We're going back into court. I forgot. This is a really long trial. That's what it is. I'd like to resume. What's up? The judge keeps looking over the prosecution. Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue. Your lips are purple and you're sweating bullets. That furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. What's more, your eyes are unfocused. You're doubled over. Your back is bent. It can't be. This can't happen. I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth. Well then, I believe it is time we continued on with this trial. During our recess, I had requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation. This is unacceptable. Seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself. Excuse me, knock knock. Who's there? Oh, who are you? I don't even know who you are. What's with this guy? A strange, stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom. Hey, the temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in. Who on earth is he? Oh, it's you! Yes, it is me. I say nothing, though. Oh, sorry I'm late, Udgy. Roads were packed, it's just me. Long time no see, Udgy. How you been? Swim much these days? Oh, hello. Oh, I've been so busy. Busy smizzy, Udgy, my boy. You have to make time to relax. Yes, indeed. Udgy seems to be his nickname for the judge. I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. Sorry, but who are you? So you're right, the attorney. I've heard good things about you, son. Thanks. So sorry about our little worthy giving you all that trouble, eh? You know, we should all go swimming together sometime, jolly. Little worthy? Mr. Wright? You don't know the district chief of police? Chief of police? He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district. His outfit's very different from regular police officers. Name's Gant. Damon Gant. Pleased to meet you, everyone. So, to what do we owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it? Well, it's worthy here. Look at the poor fellow. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this. Hey, that's my sister's muffler. So Miss Star wasn't just seeing things. When the crime occurred, Miss Sky really was wearing that muffler. But to think that it was stuffed into that exhaust pipe. On Little Worthy's car, no less. It's really quite embarrassing, even for us. What's this? It's what you'd call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this. Objection! Chief, what kind of outfit are you running? Mr. Edgeworth, how could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job? Now, wait a minute, Worthy. I've no desire to hear your excuses. I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me? Have a look at this document, where it says person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature. Miles Edgeworth. That's no fair. The day of the crime, I had your head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel. But you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology. What? Are you serious? Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made. This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words. This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. Ugh. The court accepts this new evidence. But I'd like to ask the defense a favor first. Yes? Just to be sure. I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife. The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not. Could you open it up for me, I wonder? Yes, well, I think all you have to do is push that switch and... If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore. Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I wouldn't be able to point it at people anymore. Come on, just hurry up and open it. Poke the button. There's a small tag on this knife. It seems to say SL92. What does that mean? Well, I've heard something similar. DL6. Of DL6 incident fame. But it's strange. Huh? What is? I'm not certain, but I get the feeling I've seen this somewhere before. Letters like this, or letters that looked a lot like this somehow. I guess we might as well push it. Oh, wah! Don't scare me like that. I'm the one who's scared. Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken off. And this dark red stain. Blood. Alright. This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us? About the split between the prosecutors and the police. And this knife. Sure thing. Not a problem, not even a little one, really. Department in disorder. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. The detective was killed at the police department, see? What a mess. The time of the crime? 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. There was a murder at the police... crap, I lost the voice. Hold on. There was a murder at the police department? A detective? That's hush-hush information, Udgy. We haven't exactly announced it yet. Oh, wait a second. You said 5:15. That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. My word. Order! 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 Anyway, we at the department were all flustered, as you might assume. We were in the middle of a top-tier investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? I think we understand the police department's situation. Well, Mr. Wright? 2 detectives killed at the same time, in 2 different places. The chances of that are really slim, scientifically speaking, of course. I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness. Very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Excuse me, special? Hard to come by this particular knife anywhere else. Might that special thing be this little tag? Oh, sorry, Righto, but I can't say that now, or not that. We've established that the knife in Goodman's chest was this knife. Now, why was there another knife at the scene of the crime? That's quite a mystery. And like a mystery, it's wrapped in something. A muffler. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman, maybe that's where I push. This knife was found on the scene of our crime. I think that makes it connected to the case, don't you? See, there's a lot of things that go on at the department that I can't explain. It's delicate, okay? Sorry, Righto. Maybe there's something about the knife that will give us a clue. Let's examine that knife while we can, Righto. Evidence that links this knife to Detective Goodman. I think perhaps the pieces are falling into place. I should try presenting the piece of evidence that had me stumped all this time. So, how were things down at the department? That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. Something didn't happen at the police department too, did it? You got a good look in your eyes there, Raito, my boy. Sharp, hungry. Chief, did something happen? And why haven't I heard? Why haven't you heard? Or why didn't you ask? No matter. I understand. You were busy, what with Lana's case and all. Well, what happened? What happened at the police department that day? Didn't a police officer come in during the investigation phase and he was like, I've got something to tell you, and he's like, I was told it's only about this case, otherwise I want to hear none of it. I remember that happening. A detective was killed at the police department, see? What a mess. On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department. That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Aji? I'm at a loss for words. And the perpetrator, do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. Just arrested? That was quick. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, right? I suppose I could help. If you help me by giving me data on your case? Oh, good one. This kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only. We already know when the victim died. And we have a decent idea how the victim was killed, so where was the victim found? So tell me, where was the victim found? Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. The evidence room? You wouldn't know about the evidence room, would you, Raito? I can't say I've heard of it. I guess I should ask again once I learn a bit more about this evidence room. There's something stranger about this than the place where the body was found. Time of the crime? 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? 5:15? But that's when Detective Goodman was killed in the prosecutor's office. What? Funny, isn't it? A murder at the prosecutor's place, and a murder at our place at the very same time. What are the chances? I'm sure they're unrelated. Coincidence? I think not. This is just my gut feeling, but I'd say there's a 0.001% chance of that happening. Chief Gant, please tell us more about the incident. It's not officially linked to this case here, so I can't talk much about it. Oh, whoops. Okay, I needed to push that. I thought that was the beginning. 2 detectives are killed at 5:15, one at the prosecutor's office, and one at the police department. That can't be a coincidence. And that knife. What was it doing there? I better check this knife out. This knife is special, but I can't say how, yeah. There you go. How can you say there's no connection? How? Because I'm the chief of police. I can't just say anything I please, Raito. You understand? Try to understand, Raito. Well, if you can prove there is a connection, more power to you. Maybe there's something that ties the 2 murders together. Whatever it is, I'd better find it and get to the bottom of this. Okay. So, this is where I need to push, or present, unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. Let me, check it a little bit further. Maybe there's something else I missed? Oh, not this one, sorry. Unless they're just referring to the tag itself, perhaps. Doesn't look like I can do much with that. I can't do anything with the weird mark on the handle. I'm gonna present this knife and see what happens, maybe. That sounds like a no. How exactly are the evidence in the statement just related? They aren't, are they? Sorry, Mr. Wright. You're an idiot. Okay. Let's try that again. Connection between this knife and Goodman. Oh, the victim's note, I think. What was, I can't remember exactly what this said. SL92? Sounds like a case number. So maybe I need to go with that weird note that had the numbers and letters on it. There we go. Wait a second. At last, an honest-to-goodness objection. This knife. It has to have something to do with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? In honest-to-goodness, what do you mean from the judge? This is great. Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL92. And this is important. Why? Over here we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. Oh, it's upside down. If you flip it over, it says 2/21 and then SL9. So it's upside down. What's this? 6 minus S7, 12/2? Your Honor, it's upside down. Upside down? The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn it around and what do you get? Gasp. When he wrote this note, he was holding the paper upside down. SL9. That's the same thing that's written on the knife's tag. Order! Order! Well, Chief? Well, I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, righto. I win? What game is this guy playing? This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the police evidence room. So this knife was stolen? Yes, but on the day of the murder. It was evidence, you say? Was it in fact a murder weapon? Nice, nice, nice. Good show, little worthy. It was a murder weapon as it happens. It was evidence from a case long since solved. So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder. And it was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car. Hard to think there isn't a connection there. Okay. I think we need to push there.